Hey y'all, what's up? I am back on my lunch break. Today is Monday. It is a beautiful day. I'm not gonna lie, it started out rough for me. Full weekend, with birthday parties. Had two huge birthday parties we went to this weekend. And then, went down for some friends' house later on yesterday evening. And it has me drained. I forgot to set my alarm clock, so I kind of woke up late. Just rushing, trying to get here. You know how my mom used to tell me all the time, she'd be like, oh, I'm having an ugly week. Y'all, I just feel like today is going to be my ugly week because I feel like today is an ugly day. I'm just not feeling nothing. I just threw on some clothes, threw on some makeup, and yeah, here we are. Okay, so the topic I want to discuss today, I'm going to just get right down to it. Y'all know I only have a 30-minute lunch break. The topic I want to discuss today is grief. Grief is, of course, near and dear to my heart because I just lost my mom or, grandmother in last May. So I just want to discuss a few things, and you're going to catch me looking down because I can't memorize stuff like some of y'all can. I have to take notes. Just want to give you a few pointers, a few tips that has helped me overcome the grieving process and what I've done, like I said, just to get through it. So, first of all, the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. When I say I literally, I had a class on this, my master's class that I took, one of my master classes that I took, and I was reading, I was like, whatever, I just kind of blew it off. I was like, that don't really happen. Some of it may happen, but you're not going to tell me all those things happen. Yes, it does. So the first one was denial. You don't want to believe it. And that was me. I did not want to believe it. Then, the second one is anger. I was mad. I was mad at God. I was mad at myself. I was mad at my mom. I was just so angry. Like, God, why would you take her away from me right now? The year she passed, I was graduating with my master's degree. I turned 30. That's a huge milestone. I had started to confide in her a whole lot more. I had told her, hey, we got to go on trips because she was a homebody. She didn't want to go anywhere. And I feel like we had just begun to get excited about things like that. And we had kind of convinced her that, hey, let's go to the beach. And then I'm like, God, you took her at the worst time, finally getting some stimulus money, and he took her. And I was just upset. And then I found myself bargaining, which is number 3. I was like, man, I was at a job that I hated at the time. I was like, Lord, I would literally stay at this job that I hate for the next 10 years if you could just bring my mom back. And anybody that knows me knows I hated that job. But I would just find myself just trying to, bargain something that I hated for my mom to come back, even though I knew she wasn't really coming back. And then depression. I still, to this day, I go through little, I go through days of depression. I miss her so much, and I still question God. I still, what would it be like if she was still here? Why did he take her? I still have those questions. I still get sad. I still cry. I still go by her grave and all of that. And then acceptance. I've accepted it, but I'm still not all the way there yet. I know she's in a better place. I know she's gone on. I know she's not coming back. I know she's my angel in heaven. So I have accepted it, but the fact that she's gone still don't sit well with me. So let's talk about 6 things that I've done and that you or anyone else can do to kind of help you through grief, right? So first of all, there's no right or wrong way to get through grief. I hate when people try to make you feel like you just have to hurry up and get over it. You do not. You take as long as you need to, because at the end of the day, you're not going to get over it. You may get stronger. You may get stronger, but you'll never get over it because you have to take your time. There's going to be some days, because there's some days, where I'm like, I'm okay. I'm having a good day today. And then there are some days where I'm like, I'm having a bad day. I miss my mom. You're just not going to have a good day. And which brings me to my second, what am I trying to say? My second topic of how to, try to get over it. Coping with the loss, coping with the change, which goes back into the acceptance that I was talking about earlier. Writing your journal. That's one thing that I've tried to start doing. Actually, when she passed, one of my friends bought me a journal that had lost somebody close to her, and she was like, just write in your journal, days where you feel sad, days where you feel depressed, just write down how you feel. For me, I found that one thing I've been doing to cope with the loss, cope with the change, is I decorate a lot. So I literally redecorated my whole living room when she passed. Like, I just was out shopping. I couldn't stop spending money, but I was decorating. I've redone, with the help of my dad, we redone our backyard, just trying to get it to looking nice. So I put down, I can't even think of the stuff, the mulch. I put down red mulch. I went and bought y'all probably gonna laugh at me because I never say this right, a pergola. I went and bought one of those and got some patio furniture. I just, like, as long as I'm busy, I'm okay, especially during the time when she had just passed or whatever. I just really just tried to keep busy. My third thing that has helped me get through, and I tell people this all the time, I've had some friends and some family that has lost loved ones last year and this year as well. And my thing that has helped me to get through is I tell them, it is okay not to be okay. If you feel like crying, cry. Just cry. Don't try to hold it in. Because for what? Let it out. You have to let it out. If you're not up to it one day, you're just not up to it. If you feel like being sad, be sad. You don't have to put on a front to anyone. Because at the end of the day, you have lost a great, like, you've experienced a great loss. You know what I mean? Like, your life has literally changed. For me, I talk to my mom every single day, all day. I would call her on my lunch breaks, complaining about my job. I would call her on my lunch breaks. I called her every day when I got off, and then I called her, like, before I went to bed. It was just a habit. It was just a habit. I had got used to it. So imagine one day waking up, because she died unexpectedly. Imagine waking up and not being able to call her. Imagine getting off work, and time you get in the car, you're used to, just hitting ma. And imagine not being able to do that anymore. Imagine driving on the way home in silence because you're used to being on the phone and now you're not. You're dealing with something new. This is not just a loss. It is a huge impact on your life. It is okay not to be okay. But just remember, even though you may not get over it, you do get stronger. So the fourth thing is to keep the memories alive. So of course some memories are gonna make you sad, but some memories are gonna make you happy. I find my dad and my family, my husband, my real mom, sometimes we just talk about the good old days. I feel like nobody could cook like my mom. She could cook, she could sew, she could do hair, she could do makeup, she could do it. She could literally do it all. So we try to talk about, things like that sometimes, or something may happen and I'd be like, see, mama would not play that because she would have done this, or she would have done that, or she would say this. And I even find myself in the kitchen and I would be like, okay, what would my mom do? So just little things like that to keep her memories alive and just remembering her. Sometimes it hurts, but sometimes it feels good. It's okay to feel good or whatever. So my fifth thing is use self-care days, which is a huge thing. If you watch my last video about my 30-day challenge, a huge thing that I'm trying to incorporate into my life now. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. Know it's okay to go get a pedicure. Go to the park. I've recently started taking my baby girl to the park, getting fresh air. Use those self-care days, especially when you're not, if you wake up sad, if you have time at work, that you can take off. And if you don't feel like going to work that day, do not go. Don't go. At the end of the day, that job is going to be there tomorrow. If you feel like you need a day to get yourself together, then get yourself together. Because that's very important. Because guess what? If I don't have myself together at work, there's no point in me being there. There's no point in me being there because I'm going to be a mess all day. I'm not going to be focusing. I'm not going to be concentrating. So the last thing I want to discuss, which is the sixth thing that can help you get through grief, is don't be afraid to reach out. My friend lost her sister about 6 years ago, right? And I'm the type, I'm very private, so I hate showing my emotions. But she literally reached out to me every day. She said, you know, I know people are reaching out to you, but I just want to reach out to you and let you know that I know how you feel. You know, she would send me scriptures. She would send me encouraging words literally every day. And for my other people who are watching this who hadn't like experienced a great loss, such as the one I'm describing, just know when you're checking on people, you are not getting on their nerves. Because she would tell me, I hope I'm not getting on your nerves. Because she would literally text me just that much, or she would call me just that much. But when people would call me, even if it was every single day, if they would text me every single day, it felt so good. Because talking to them and expressing my feelings helped. Talking to them helped me not be sad because I had someone to vent to. So talking to people helps, and then talking to people who's been through it really, really helps. I've said it a million times. It's okay not to be okay. That's the main thing I want you to remember with this grieving process. It is okay not to be okay. That's the number one thing I tell people. And then the second thing that I've already discussed that I tell people is that it doesn't get better. You're going to wake up tomorrow and you're still going to miss them. You're going to wake up 10 years from now. You're still going to miss that person. However, you will get stronger. You know, each day that you wake up, you'll feel a little stronger. You're still going to miss them, but you'll feel a little stronger. Like I said, there's going to be some days where you don't feel as strong, but you're still going to get through it. And then I want you to remember the people that are dependent on you. I say all the time, if it wasn't for my daughter, man, I might have would have gave up by now. I can't give up because I got somebody looking up to me. And I want to be just as good to my daughter as, you know, my mom / grandmother was good to me. So there's no way I can let her down. So I guess there's 7 things. I told you I had listed out 6, but the 7th thing is be somebody's motivation. Somebody somewhere, if it's not your daughter, whether it's your mom or your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your cousin, your friend, whoever, somebody's dependent on you, so you can't give up. So I hope you guys enjoyed my 7 steps to help you get through the stages of grief. Like I said, reach out, talk to a therapist, talk to a counselor, talk to a friend, talk to yourself in your journal, talk to God, whatever it is that you need to get through it. But just know that you can talk to someone and it's okay not to be okay. Peace. I'm out.